Good evening, everybody. I am back here in my bathroom studio again. I'm trying something a little bit different tonight. I'm trying two different camera angles, and let's see how it goes. So, I never really like people who do the state of the channel type things when it's a new year. Today's January 2nd, 2023. Happy New Year to everybody, and realistically why I'm here is just to talk about, I guess, the state of my channel. Nothing's going to change as far as my channel goes. I just crossed 4,000 subscribers, so thank you all for joining me on these rambling, ranting, kind of stupid videos that I just like talking about sometimes. I appreciate everybody that joins. So really what I wanted to talk about is what you can expect from my channel over the next year. A lot of the same stuff that I have been doing, I'm going to continue to do. What I do want to focus on in 2023 is getting back to some older series that I started that I hadn't been able to complete. Also, instead of trying to acquire a lot more firearms this year, I'm going to try to upgrade a lot of the firearms that I already have. Stuff that I have planned, simple upgrades for AR type rifles or modern sporting rifles. Simple upgrades for like a Ruger American platform. I have a Ruger American in 308 that every time I take it out and shoot it, people complain about my cheek weld being horrible and my scope rings being horrible and things like that, when in actuality, the reason that happens is because the factory stocks on those guns aren't really made for scope mounts and things like that. So I do want to do some upgrades to my 308 Ruger American. I want to get back to my practical accuracy series. And again, a lot of the comments I get on those series is that my cheek weld is incorrect, my scope rings are too high, I'm using the wrong scope or the wrong scope rings, or I'm not using a sandbag. The thing about that whole series is it's exactly what a normal person would do. They'd buy a $300 or $400 rifle, they'd buy some $20 or $30 scope rings, an $80 scope, slap it all together, take it out to the range, and see how well they can shoot. And that's what the whole point of the Practical Accuracy series has been about. And that's really what I want to continue on. So in addition to all that, some that I plan to acquire, Smith & Wesson CSX 9mm pistol. That's one that I'm really after this year. Not exactly sure when I'm going to be able to buy it. Like I said, I have been earning a little bit of money from these YouTube videos, and I've been trying to squirrel it away and upgrade some of my equipment as I can go. You can tell I'm working on lighting. I'm working on multiple angles in these type of videos as well. Again, it's a little bit weird. I can see myself in the mirror and in the camera as well, and in that camera. But I'm just trying to mix the content up a little bit. I don't want to get boring. I want people to continue wanting to watch my channel. But again, in addition to the Smith & Wesson CSX pistol, if I was going to say anything else that I really wanted or that I was really after, maybe a M1 carbine. But I'm not really sure I really want an M1 carbine. Every time I look at one, I pick them up and I really like how they feel. I like how light they are. Then I look at the ammo, it's like $1 a round, and it's not that easy to find, so I kind of changed my mind when I have the Mini 14, which is, for all intent and purpose, probably a better rifle than an M1 carbine. The 223 5.56 has a little bit more stopping power, it's a lot more available, and the Mini 14 does have some good aftermarket support, so again, I'm up in the air on that one. I thought about getting a mini Mosin Nagant. There's a company out there that makes tiny little single shot 22 Mosin Nagants. But again, I'm always up in the air about that because it's really a $379 toy single shot 22 rifle that I don't really need because I have, quite a few 22 rifles as it is. Then I think about other things that I've been after for a couple of years. A Ruger 1022 with a Mannlicher stock on it. Something I'd really like to have. I think they look cool, and it kind of is a less expensive way to get a more desirable rifle in that old European style Mannlicher stock. That may be a possibility, something I get. Like I said, I want to do some upgrades to my Ruger American rifles. I want to do some upgrades to my modern sporting rifles, my AR type rifles. I've been working on procuring some stuff that I wish I had bought back in 2015 before some of the laws in my state changed, such as this guy, which is a Century Arms Vishka 7.62 by 39 AK style rifle. And this particular rifle, I'll have a story on this. I already started working on it, but then I basically completely ditched that video because it was too long and I want to redo it where I can actually do some shooting in the video. But this is a fairly modern US made AK-47 variant, and it has some unique features. The best thing about it is that it's been made in the US as opposed to being an overseas quote-unquote pre-ban. It's a little bit tricky to get something like this in my state, so again, that's part of the reason why it took me so long to get it. But this one will be on my channel soon. And other than that, I'm always looking at revolvers. I mean, there may be some new 357 or 38 special revolvers coming to my channel. Haven't decided yet. Again, I'm always out looking for those, either like a Model 37 Smith & Wesson lightweight, or a snub-nose 357 with adjustable sights on it, or maybe even like a Model 29 Smith & Wesson. There's some other videos that I've thought about doing for a while, like 5 guns that surprised me for being much crummier than I originally thought they would be, and 5 guns that surprised me for being way better than I expected them to be. I've seen lots of videos out there that people have their top 3 guns, you know, a pistol, a rifle, and a shotgun for various different scenarios, or just what they think their favorite gun is. I've thrown the idea around of doing that. I'm not sure that, you know, it's not a new idea, but, you know, my opinion is different than everybody else that's probably done it already. And then you have those videos like the last gun I would ever sell. If you guys are interested in seeing that, drop me a comment down below and let me know. I'd be interested to know your opinion on that. Again, everybody out there has done a video on that at some point in time. However, I haven't done it. So if you want to see that, I'd entertain that as well. But realistically, Cranky Gun Reviews channel is not going anywhere. I'm really enjoying do this. Most of the time though, again, the quality of my videos isn't always the best, and I can say really the reason for that is it's a lot of work. I mean, you see guys that have big gun channels, they have extra people out there filming for them, they have multiple cameras, they're using really elaborate programs. I mean, for the most part, everything I do is videoed with either my phone or videoed with my GoPro camera and edited on my phone and then uploaded to YouTube. So I'm very low budget. It's very low production quality because of the equipment I'm using. My personal computer at home is pretty old, and I don't really have the desire right now to buy a new one and upgrade it. I'd rather spend the money on guns and ammo, to be perfectly honest. So I have upgraded to the GoPro camera, and I think the quality is going to be pretty good. But this video is getting a little bit long in the tooth, so again, I just wanted to thank everybody that's joined me. Again, I just mentioned we crossed the 4,000 subscriber mark. That's mind-blowing to me because at the end of 2019, before COVID hit, I had about 93 subscribers. And then between 2020 and 2021, I skyrocketed up over 1,000, and then 2,000, crossed 3,000 in 2022, and I crossed the threshold of 4,000 people right at the end of 2022. So kind of a great thing for me. But again, I really appreciate everybody that watches these rambling videos. I will try to make more concise videos that have more shooting in them and not so much talking all the time, because I know talking can get dull and boring. But I appreciate everybody that watches my channel. Thank you very much. Have a great night. God bless America. Make sure you support your 2A rights. And again, as we get further and further along in the 2020s and 2030s, don't forget what happened in 1776 and why our forefathers fought and wrote into our constitutional amendments to support our 2A rights, or our right to bear arms, to be able to protect ourselves from tyrannical governments and from other people who are willing to do us harm. So again, don't ever forget that. Make sure if somebody tells you to give up some of your freedom for the greater good, you remind them that freedom is the greater good. The freedom to keep and bear arms, to be able to protect ourselves. Have a great night. God bless America.